Hey everyone, it's Hayes, and in today's video we're going to be talking about my favourite character, Miraculous. I'm kidding, I hate him. So we're going to be talking about my second to least favourite boy, right after Chris, which is Felix, who for some reason took the surname of his abusive dad instead of his loving mother. I replied to a comment recently saying that the decisions in the show aren't based on logic, but the writing team's selective amnesia, and I know I am a bit of a narcissist, but I do believe that's pretty accurate. Anyway, we're not here to roast him. Well, we might do that a little bit. We're here to talk about some theories, what Felix might be up to in Season 6, now he's just managed to skip the redemption arc and is a fully fledged hero without even saying sorry for trying to sexually assault someone and also helping a domestic terrorist.
And now I'm here.
So, as I said, our boy is a hero now, or at least seems that way. Would have loved to know if he won that ping pong match he skipped the finale for. And he's now a hero. I would like to see them keep him as more of an anti-hero personally. You can have someone who is on the good side but is still an anti-hero. That anti-hero status refers more to having morally grey character values, not necessarily being a good or a bad person. For example, my favourite anti-hero is Shrek.
Oh, hello there!
However, Shrek kind of is usually on, like, the good side, but he's still morally grey. But thanks to episodes like Pretension, where Felix was just like, I'm just a soft boy who likes a girl so much I had to commit a crime and kidnapped her, ooh, it definitely seems... It seems that they're heading in the direction of Felix becoming a better person and developing someone a little bit nicer. However, he is Felix, and he only likes people who look like him and his girlfriend, so that only leaves Adrian, Marinette and Kagami as his BFFs. And due to his past with his dad, who wouldn't allow him to have any friends, I think he's going to have a hard time opening up to other people, like Alia and Nino, not because they've done anything wrong, just because it's Felix, and by extension, also have issues working in a team when they're out ruining people's roofs. I think Felix is much better suited to a leadership position rather than a team player. However, we have too many leaders on the team. Ladybug is in charge with Cat Noir as her second in command, or maybe Rena Rouge, I don't know anymore. Viperion to me is also a bit of a leader with his Guardian training, which I'd still like to know more about how that happened. And then also Argos, who is the market leader in selling flat pack furniture to the UK consumer base. I'm kidding, it's actually IKEA. I haven't bought anything from Argos since I was in single digits, which was a Bratz doll. It was a great Bratz doll. I still have her. She's like in my bottom drawer. I don't take her out, but she's still there. Her name is Megan, or Megan. She's a sleepover doll. Oh my god, like, look at her pyjamas. They had monkeys on. 9-year-old me was like...
Isn't very... Shut up and take my money!
Anyway, back to Argos, Felix's alias, not Argos the shop. I do think there's going to be some conflict because there's too many people who are like, I can do a better job, and will want to push Ladybug off a roof, and I think Felix will need to learn the hard way that no one likes him. Did I say that? I meant he needs to learn the hard way that he's not in charge, he just needs to chill out and get along with people better. And I think in the long run this will improve his relationship with Marinette. Obviously in representation she finds out that Felix knows she's Ladybug, as at the end of the play he requests Ladybug's help to Marinette's face, so it's going to allow them to communicate outside the Saving Paris shenanigans, and maybe Felix will apologise.
Finally, thank you, girl.
And speaking of communication, I think Marinette and Felix could get together outside of hero stuff and discuss what to do about Adrian and whether or not to tell him about his dad, since Marinette and Felix know Gaby Baby was Monarch Daddy. Now, obviously Felix has more insight here because he also knows that Adrian is Cat Noir, and because Cat Noir is now running around wearing Adrian's amok, but honestly I think Felix could go either way with what he would decide in this situation. Felix knows Adrian super well, and he'll know that Adrian finding out about his dad is gonna hurt Adrian immensely. However, after what Felix has been through with his own dad abusing him, I do also equally think that Felix would want Adrian to know and come to terms with it. As I keep saying, it's not an if Adrian finds out, it's a when he finds out. And it's going to be so much better if Adrian hears it from someone he loves, like Marinette or Natalie or Felix, instead of someone like Lila who would tell him maliciously. So I'm a bit on the fence personally about what Felix would think here. However, I do think Felix would be all for telling Adrian he's a Sentimonster. To me, in this case, it is important for him to know, because if he loses the rings, someone takes them from them, it could be game over, and I mean that quite literally. He's going to be rotten bananas on the pavement. Adrian needs to know. And also, I think Felix, in line with his development as a suddenly very nice person that came out of nowhere, would also let Adrian use his Quagatama whenever he gets one, so Adrian can see his mum. Of course, as we found out in Reunion, it's only the person's memories, it's not as, like, they're conscious, as we see with Joan when she rescinded Tiki. That version of Joan couldn't tell them what happened after she rescinded Tiki, because it only stores memories, it's not a conscious. But I think if Adrian finds out he's a senti monster, seeing his mum and being able to talk to her about why she did it could really help him, especially now his dad has gone. And the final part of the video is about Felix and Kagami's relationship. They're certainly not my favourite ship in the show, but I think they're well suited to each other, and I don't really foresee any drama that'll happen between them because of the two of them. However, that being said, I do think Tomoe will be stirring the pot. I can't show it here since my last video on it got taken down with a copyright claim, but in the new Season 6 trailer, it ended with Tomoe's face. So it seems, as well as Lila, Tomoe is going to be stepping up into a full villain and is finally going to be wandering around Paris and hitting people with her kendo staff. I'm not sure what she's planning exactly, but Felix, well, he looks like Adrian, isn't Adrian, and Tomoe ships people harder than Andre the Ice Cream Man ever did, so she won't be happy, and I'm sure she will be scheming to keep Kagami away from Felix. But there you go, besties, that's what I think Felix will be up to. Even though he's certainly not my favourite character, I am actually quite interested in seeing where it will go with him, because what did they do to the end of last season? I'm so confused. Anyway, besties, I'd love to know what you think. What do you think Felix will be up to in next season? I'll see you in the next one.